Hey everybody, the other day I asked on my Instagram if anybody had any questions for me because I wanted to film a Q&A. Reason I wanted to film a Q&A was because I have upgraded my camera. Again, if you were on Instagram, then you saw that I did place an order for the Canon G7X. This is the first video I've filmed with it. It is straight out of the box, didn't do anything to it. I'm looking at myself right now and it definitely does look a lot better. The quality in the new camera that I bought for DisneyWorld was such crap. It was blurry, it was very fuzzy, the white balance was super off, and they couldn't fix it, I couldn't fix it, so I was just like, you know what, enough is enough, I'm not dealing with this camera. I'm sure someone with a little bit more technology, sophistication could fix it. I just didn't even have the time for it, so I'm probably going to put it up on eBay. That being said, I have wanted the G7X for a while. I've wanted a nice camera. I've wanted to have nicer memories of my kids and my family and everything. I did not want to get the G7X because I didn't want the flip up, because I do feel, and I do know why, because I'm sitting there looking at myself. And it's something that I truly hate when vloggers do it, but you know, it'll just be something that I have to get used to for the good quality. I've been trying to pump out some more videos. I am here in Georgia. I'm by myself. You know, I have a few friends here, but you know, YouTube has actually been something really good for me to just dive into, and the comments on my Instagram on my videos itself have just really lifted me up in this just really hard time for me. So without further ado, I do have a new camera, so from now on all the videos that you see should be on this besides our Disney vlogs. I will have some updates on Disney stuff after my trip goes through. I think I have probably like 4 or 5 more vlogs, and I'm just going to keep them coming up on Wednesdays. It's easier that way. So the first question was from Robin9589, and she said, totally nosy question. You've been going to the pool since you moved. Is it a pool that your subdivision can use? My husband and I have been thinking that we would like to find a home in a subdivision with a pool, and I would like your pros and cons. Yes, the pool that you see in my weekly videos on Instagram has been a subdivision pool. My girlfriend just moved down to Georgia as well, and her subdivision has a pool as well. She lives in a very nice subdivision that's homes are priced probably double what mine are, and she said that her pool is even smaller than ours. So her pool looks nicer, like the chairs are a lot nicer, the surroundings are a lot nicer, but I feel that our pool is huge. It's all one depth, but the kids love it. It's so nice to be able to go to cool off. When I don't have my car, which is a lot because my husband and I are still sharing a car, it's so nice that I can just walk the kids down. It is kind of a hefty walk where it's like rolling hills, but the kids don't mind doing it when they know that they get to the pool. There's also a playground here. Really nice pro, I think. I think most of the subdivisions here, the new ones at least, have a pool. You know, maybe some don't. I know here that the HOA fee is very low, and they do charge you a fee to get into to get the key to get into the pool, but totally worth it. And I think that if we don't buy this house, it will be very important that the subdivision that we do buy our house in does have a pool that we can use, because I think that it is worth its weight in gold. They keep it very clean. The hours are decent. It's like 10 to 10, and then one day we can't get in there until 12. Definitely think it's a total pro. And it seems like they're pretty common here. I'm gonna save all my Disney questions for last. Mommy Del Prate 3 said, what are your pros and cons so far of your new home and Georgia in general? Do you think your mom might make the move to Georgia? My mom has been talking about moving to Georgia, but like I said before, she has a lot of debt and she's just not sure if she's going to be able to. Ideally, yeah, she would love to pay off her debt and get down here, but I think like us, she wants to be able to move down here and be completely debt free. If she gets serious on coming down here, we will buy this house because the downstairs is the perfect layout for her. It's a perfect layout to have somebody here. I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know. It would make my life a heck of a lot easier if she were here, but I just don't know. She is planning on visiting a lot over the next few months, so hopefully that'll kind of give her the urge to come, I guess. Pros and cons to Georgia. Cons, it's not home. I miss New Hampshire. I miss the way that people talk. I miss some of the food. I miss having all of my family and friends around. I miss knowing where every single thing was. I miss the fact that everything was within a 10 to 15 minute drive. That's at the very most. I missed knowing that my kids were going to go to a school where they knew the area. They know how to walk around their school. They have friends. I miss the feeling of home. That's what New Hampshire is to me. Pros for Georgia, things are definitely cheaper. If my husband's job, you know, works out and it's, you know, what we agreed on financially, we will be in a much better place financially. You can buy a lot bigger, better, newer house here with a lot more amenities. You know, but schools seem kind of iffy. I was very thrown off whenever I had to register my kids for school, and there's a lot of questions on like, is your kid currently being disciplined at another school, or do they have a record, like all kinds of stuff. It truly threw me off because that's not questions that you get asked in New Hampshire a lot. So that was kind of weird. New Hampshire, or Georgia itself is beautiful. There's a lot to do. It's just slower. People really truly go to work. They get their work done, but on the weekends, they want to enjoy the weekend. They want to enjoy their family and friends and just enjoy that slower, relaxed pace of life and enjoy weekends. Weather has been beautiful here. It is very, very, very hot. You do feel like you live on the sun, but I mean, we've been spending so much time in water and lakes and pools that it's just, you know, I think it's worth it. You know, we'll see how I feel about the weather when it's fall and I'm missing my New England cool fall. But you know, don't get me wrong, Georgia has a lot to offer. It's just me being truly homesick. The area that we're living in, I don't love it. I wish we were about 10 minutes in some other direction, but it's super affordable, and it's a matter of we might have to travel 10 more minutes to do everything, then it may be worth it. But yeah, if everything pans out with my husband's job and everything like that, then financially it will be a much better move. Weather is 1,000 times better. A lot of things here are just cheaper. Our utilities so far are coming in cheaper. I went to get my nails done the other day. That was cheaper. Just everything seems to be cheaper. Going to Disney is cheaper because we don't have to worry about you know, going like as long of trips, because I think we're going to be able to be annual pass holders. So we can just get annual passes, and that saves a lot of money of not having to buy a bunch of tickets and, you know, driving rather than flying, and it's like a tank of gas and, you know, a couple hours. So we are also debt free now. That feels good living in Georgia. I know that's not anything that's like a state specific thing, but you know, Georgia has given us a financial freedom that we've never had. We have a lot of money in the bank. We have no debt. And our utilities are so low that I could honestly probably get a job, or excuse me, our bills are so low that I could honestly get a job and probably cover it myself. So it's like, that's not something that can happen in New Hampshire. So, you know, yes, I am sad. Yes, I am down. Yes, I am depressed, but it's not necessarily that Georgia's bad. You know, I don't feel that way. I feel that it's just a totally different way of life. ANE Mommy 0121 asked, I know it's super early, but do you have anything on your Christmas wish list yet? Yes, I do. Moving here, I have felt that I've needed a lot of things. I wanted this camera. I got it for myself. Some things I want flip-flops that are slippers. I know that's really weird, but it's too hot here to wear slippers and my feet are getting wrecked, so I want flip-flop slippers. That's kind of weird. There are a few Pandora charms that I want, and Alex and Ani charms that I want that are Disney specific. I wanted like a few nicer pairs of flip-flops because I do feel that I'm going to wear a lot more flip-flops here than normal, so a few nicer pair of flip-flops. I have wanted to, you know, do some like things to the house and get some nicer like Pottery Barn style things for the house. You know, I would like a really nice table. That might be the thing that I asked my husband for Christmas, like a really nice one that he makes me, like a rustic farmhouse type table. But other than that, it's just like silly things. Like I want some more Tsum Tsums. There's some that I saw that came out that are really cute. The new like DisneyWorld collection. I really, really want those. There's like a Sorcerer Mickey and a like Fantasyland mini and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely already have some stuff on my list. And makeup, I've been really getting into makeup. I would like a really nice set of makeup brushes. ALQ26, I would love to know how you keep yourself on a budget. I'm new to the budgeting world and I find it so hard to stay on budget when I find good sales. Well, and I had another person ask me to do an updated budget video. I did an updated budget video when I lived in New Hampshire of what I thought Georgia was going to be. And I'll just say, go on the Dave Ramsey website. He puts down what he thinks are good general ideas for what you should do with your budget. So like your home, I think, is like in the 25 to 30% mark. And that's your rent or your mortgage, your insurance, you know, your maintenance, all that stuff. And then he has your utilities being at another price. And utilities, as far as I'm concerned, are your trash, if you don't have a free dump. Trash, water, sewer, gas, electric, you know, all those things. Now what I do is I always put those two together and try to get that amount to be that total percentage of whatever it is. Because sometimes, you know, I feel that your housing costs and repair costs can be kind of expensive. So just try to get that in the general thing. And then anything above that is just extras. So what I try to do is I try to say, okay, typically our home and utilities and all that, and like maybe our like internet and cell phones should be about half of our income. That's typically what it about goes to. You know, that's your main things to keep your home running. I think that should all be in that price. And then the rest of the stuff, I try to split it in two ways. So I try to split it in money that we have to spend and money that we could spend. So the money that we have to spend, you know, that's really like your school supplies, your clothing, your groceries, your gas for your cars, your car payments, if you have money like that. And then the next set of money is your fun saving money. So I always try to take it as whatever is left over, we do half and half. So half goes to fun, half goes to savings. That's just what works for us. I like being able to save about a quarter of what we make. If that doesn't work for you, I sometimes think that, you know, if you want to save for Christmas and you can't seem to do it, then just keep in mind that when you're going and buying these things for yourself, yeah, you don't have the money in your bank account, but you have a person scratched off your list. So maybe write a list of all the people that you want to buy a Christmas gift for, and once you scratch them off, that's your way of keeping you on budget, so to say. Or, you know, for us, it's just truly a matter of having like a no spend week every 6 weeks. We often do that. No spend week, no groceries, no gas, nothing. You fill up your car, you try to minimize your driving around, you don't buy groceries that week. And it really does help us kind of stay on budget. I don't know, that's just how we do it. Just, you know, you just have to sometimes stay out of the stores. You have to sometimes have those no spend months. You have to sometimes realize that you're not perfect and you're going to spend money. You also have to give yourself money to spend. You can't have no spending, never, ever, 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 ever. I think naturally as people, we want to spend money. We want to shop. So that might be something that you need to kind of like reevaluate. All right, my next question is from Kissy Missy 74. She said, what happened to the chickens? My lovely neighbors took them. We gave them to them right before we put the house on the market. It was really sad, and we sold our coop, but she had them. She was the original person that had chickens. We would always get flocks and share them, and they're doing great. They're all alive. They're all intermingled with hers now, and they're doing fine. How's Simba adjusting? He's fine. He could care less. My cat is very ill right now, and she will probably be dying in the next probably month or so. And we're basically nursing her. We take her to the bathroom, we give her food, we hand feed her or give her water. We have to carry her everywhere she can't walk. So he's like really like almost like sad and down that we're giving her so much attention, but he's doing fine. He likes it here. I mean, he couldn't handle the cold. He couldn't handle the like temperature, you know, change there, and weather was really hard for him. Like in the snow, his paws just could not handle it. So I think that especially come winter, he'll, you know, love it even more. He was born in Florida, so he's used to this type of weather. Monica's Life asked me, are you a good cook and can you film cooking videos? No, I am not a good cook. Can you film cooking videos? I don't film cooking videos because I'm not a good cook. I'm a very basic cook. Very, very, I cook what I know, and I kind of cook the same things over and over and over again. I don't do cooking videos for that reason. I don't measure anything out. It's just kind of like what I use. I mean, if you ask my kids and my husband, they say I'm a fine cook, but it's like I'm not this like grand cook. You know, I think if you want to watch cooking videos, watch She's in Her Apron. I think she posts a lot of cooking videos and they always seem to be really well liked. Here and there you may see me like show something that I've cooked that night, or you may see me do like a Christmas, like a baking type thing. Baking stuff I can do, but cooking itself I'm not really that great at. Sonia85961 asks, what are your favorite Christmas traditions? I love Hallmark Ornaments. I love doing all the premieres with my kids or my mom and exchanging the ornaments every year and seeing what we liked versus what someone picked and they thought for us. I love pulling out the ornaments every year and remembering what year we got them and putting them on our tree. I love going and cutting down a Christmas tree with my family. I always think that that's a fun event. I truly hope I can find a farm here that will allow us to cut down a tree. Putting up the tree with my kids. I love driving around with my kids looking for lights. I love that like Christmas Eve, Christmas morning where it's so crazy, but it's like it's finally all died down and you're enjoying one another's company. We sit around and we watch NORAD on the computer and we see where Santa's at and where he's been and where he's coming, and just the general excitement from my kids during that time of year, you know, throwing on the TV and seeing a Christmas movie is on and sitting all down and watching it and just hearing the kids laugh and giggle at movies like Elf and stuff like that. You know, Christmas is something that I always didn't have the best Christmases as a kid. We were very, very poor, and my mom made some amazing Christmases for us. Now that I'm an adult and I know what she had and I know what she gave us with that, I'm always shocked. So I try to make my Christmases as homey and as I can make it for them. That's just what I think it's important to me and my Christmases with my kids, and I hope that that's stuff that they look back and they remember. Also, we've started like making them buy gifts for one another, and that is one of my favorite memories, seeing the thought and the special just ways that they look into getting a gift for their sibling, and the gifts that they pick, how dead on to that sibling that they are. It's something I love. Aaron Amborski, are you guys done having kids? I am not sure if we're done having kids. I will say that for now, neither of us want kids. However, never say never. You never know. There are those women, and I know a lot of them lately, that have kids that are graduating high school and they're having more babies. We do not currently want more kids, but I will never say never because you just never know. For now, no, we are not having any more kids. We have our hands full. Have you always been a stay-at-home mom? No, I worked the first year with Trevor. I went back to work part-time at 4 months, and then that slowly creeped up to me working full-time, and I started missing some things when he was at daycare, and I said enough is enough. I was working like Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that, and I was missing so much. And he was with my mom one day and he was with Jeff another day, but it was at that point that I was like, enough is enough, and I quit working about 4 weeks before he turned 1. Best decision I ever made. For now, it works for us financially to have me stay home, to have me, you know, to have one of us not have to call out of work or whatever. When the kids are in school all full time, I will most likely get some sort of job. I don't know what, but I will probably do something just for a little extra income. I would love to get a job now, but our schedule just doesn't allow it. And I need my husband to go to work and be at work and not have to worry about anything. And I can handle all of the doctor's appointments, the sick visits, the, you know, just all of the chaos. Yeah, and I answered her next question, which was, do you see yourself working a job outside of the home when the kids get older? And it's definitely yes. Delita's Barbie. How are the kids adjusting living in Georgia? Kids are doing amazing. The kids seem happier than they have ever been in their entire life. They have not met any friends here besides like some kids that they've played with at the pool. And they are all so positive and happy, and you know, they're playing with one another and they're getting along really well with one another. And I am shocked how well the kids are doing. I pray that school goes just as well, because I think that it will mean so much to them and they will have such a positive year and, you know, the next few years if it's a good first, you know, few days at school. I just think that they're just like new people. It's insane to me. And Aubrey and Casey, I wasn't worried about in New Hampshire. You know, Trevor, I was, but everyone is just doing so well. And you know, it could just be the positivity of people around here, the sun, all of the vitamin D that you're getting. You know, it could have something to do with that as well. They are very happy with their home. You know, this is like a dream home to them, having all this space and, you know, having a house that's in a neighborhood where there are kids and there is a pool and there is all this stuff. So, you know, that could play a role in it too. She also asked for tips for vlogging Disney trips. I don't think I'm the best person to ask because my videos are the worst. I just got done actually editing my Magic Kingdom and like Bibbidi Bobbidi and what was the other one, Pirates League, and that day was awful. Ellie was sick as a dog. Casey was recovering from the sickness. I was getting sick. We were like cranky and hot, and that was like a big house selling day. We were stressed to the max, and just the footage that I have is just crap, but like I had to edit it anyways and put it up because it, you know, goes with the trip or whatever. But I'll say just video everything. Don't worry about like vlogging yourself. Just, you know, film whatever you want to film. Film as much as possible, to the point that it's like too much footage. Fill up memory cards, blow through batteries, get it all done. And then when you get home, just take your time to edit it, and there will be plenty of footage that you can't use. There will be plenty of footage where you're trying to grab an autograph book and the camera's all over the place, but like the kids say something funny or the characters do something funny with the kids, or you catch a memory that you're so happy that you had. And even if you vlog and you're the only person that watches these videos, you will be happy that you did it. I don't vlog for anyone else but me. It's just an added bonus that so many people have started to watch my channel and like watching my family and like seeing all the things that we get into. So just go at it. Make sure you have an extra battery. I always go with 2 to 3 batteries. Make sure you have an extra memory card. Have something to contain it all so that like you can quickly grab it. When I'm walking around Disney, I normally have my phone in one pocket and my camera in the other pocket. So just go prepared and just film everything. And sorry, I'm wiggling all around. Another Disney one. Oops, I wasn't supposed to answer Disney questions. I've heard you, Brianne R. Gibson. I've heard you mention that you use Swagbucks and other sites. Can you give any tips on how to make these sites worthwhile? If you Google Swagbucks and you Google how people make money, typically they will go in and they'll watch all the videos, the Encrave, all this, and you can actually earn, I think, like 25 or 50 points a day, and you just let them run in the background and when you're doing your work, whatever. And then use it as your shop app, like your shopping app, like an eBay similar thing. You use that. Fill out the special offer things when you can, or the trials or whatever when you can. Go through and see what's free. And people can make a lot of money on it. I personally, if I have time and I see an offer I would use, I do it. If I'm going to be shopping online, I go through them. I can typically make $100, $150, $200 a year just doing shopping with it, because you can normally get a lot of points back. You know, you can definitely Google and find ways to do it. I don't do it anymore. You could totally set up your phone just to auto run the videos, and that's a big way that a lot of people make money these days on it. For me, it just isn't worth the time anymore, because for me, I just don't have that kind of time. But you know, definitely use it as your shopping app. That's what I use it for now, and I truly enjoy it. Annie Mommy 0121 asked if I purchased Christmas gifts. Yes, I have, and I will be doing a Christmas gift closet haul like I did last year. I will be doing that sometime in the month of July for my Christmas in July series. Let me go back to the Christmas video, or the Disney videos. So DV85 asked, I have a few, LOL. What is your favorite thing at the Disney parks? Anything from food, rides, what you can't wait to do? Favorite thing at the parks is when you walk in and your excitement is building, and then you turn that corner and you see Cinderella's castle and you smell the bakery and your kids are all smiling and you're smiling and you're like, I'm here. all the saving, all the penny pitching, all everything, we're here and it's worth it. No matter what ride we ride, no matter what we do, it's just getting there and that first like, we're here. We always go to Magic Kingdom first, so maybe that's why. But there's nothing better than that feeling. What is your favorite park out of the 4? I honestly think Epcot is my favorite. I don't know why. I don't love any rides there. I don't like, well, I could need a cronut because those are just amazing, but I don't know. It's a slower park. It's not a huge park. It's very easy to navigate. It's a very leisure park for us. We can normally do a few rides and that's really it. And every time we're there, I always think of our time at Yacht Club, and I think that's another reason why I probably really like it. But yeah, I think Epcot is it, but Magic Kingdom is a close second. What is your top 3 biggest and useful tips when going with toddlers to Disney? Number 1, first and foremost, throw your plans out the window because most likely they're not going to happen. We learned that the first trip and it was just, we were go, 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 go. And poor Ellie was about to turn 2. Yeah, she was like a month shy of, no, like 2 weeks shy of 2. When you put a 2-year-old in a stroller and then they can barely get out for rides and they're always sitting in that stroller, the poop is going to hit the fan. Like, she was over it by day 3 or 4. And then that's when we realized, okay, she's stuck in a stroller. And then we realized, okay, she's not eating the things she likes. My tip number 2 with toddlers, pack their food. Ellie is a very picky child when it comes to her food, and she always has been. And she didn't have cheese until we went to Cinderella's Royal Table on like a Thursday or a Friday, and she had cheese, and we realized she ate everyone's cheese at the table. And we're like, oh my God, she hasn't had her cheese this week. She hasn't had her yogurt this week. She hasn't had all these things that she wants this week. So throwing her diet off definitely like made her just really, really cranky. And then she actually got her molars that week too, and we weren't prepared for that. All that is aside, just, you know, all joking aside, pack your patience. Bring their food, bring plenty of extra clothes with them, and just take your time with them. Ellie and I, this past trip, the big kids, we all went early for Ellie to do, and Casey to do Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Ellie and I went and did our own thing. The other ones went to go do Splash and Big Thunder. Her and I had the best time. No one was on Dumbo, no one was on Barnstormer. We walked very slowly. We stopped and had some snacks, some fruit snacks and juice that I had packed for her. We really truly took our time, and it was just, it's one of those memories I will treasure forever. Like, I'm getting choked up about it, but it was like we took our time and we just had fun. We didn't worry about anyone around us. We didn't have to wait in these crazy long lines because we were there super early in the morning. And, you know, go early or go late with your little ones, I think that it makes things so much easier. There's a lot less people there, and then they can actually run around. They can, you know, get on stuff, and they're not waiting in lines for hours and hours and hours. And I think that that sometimes helps them as well. Growing Up Klein asks, if you could only eat at one restaurant in Disney for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert, where would it be and why? So I'm probably going to cheat on this one because I don't know if I'm reading it wrong, but for breakfast would be hands down oh God, I don't know. I think it would be, as weird as this sounds, the refreshment port at Canada for a cronut. There's nothing better than a cronut. We always get a few every time we go. For lunch, it would have to be Our Guest. I don't know what it is. The food isn't that great. It's sandwiches, but it's just a nice place to sit down, rest your feet, be in the AC, have some refills of your drinks, and just look around and feel like you're in a table service restaurant. I mean, you kind of do pay like a table service fee almost, but I don't know, there's something about it. We do it every trip and it's just so special to us. Dinner, hands down, would be Mama Melrose. Get their steak. It is amazing. And then still your kids spaghetti and meatball cupcake, because they are amazing and there's just nothing like it. And then dessert, I would go to Gaston's Tavern. And this is weird because I only do Gaston's Tavern at night, like super late at night. We've only ever eaten it super late at night. I don't know why. Get yourself a LeFou's brew and a cinnamon roll. And it is like, you sit in Gaston's Tavern, you know, real close to the park closing. There's quiet, there's no one in there. Sit in Gaston's chair and just take in the music, and like you can hear sometimes Wishes playing, and I don't know. It's that's honestly one of my favorite places to be in the park, and especially like that time too. I don't know. There's something about it. I truly, truly love it. Do you think your kids would pick the same as you? No. My kids would say, let's eat a T-Rex breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack every single day of our life. Every single time we go to Disney, they want to eat at T-Rex. They love T-Rex. And don't get me wrong, T-Rex I think is one of the best places on property to eat. And I don't know why, because like that's not normally a place that has the best food in the world, but they love T-Rex and it's like one of their hands down favorites. So yeah, that's like that is their jam. That is where they like to eat all the time, and they're just so funny with it. Like it's just non-stop for them. And then on my Hallmark post, a bunch of people had asked like if I had gotten some Hallmark ornaments and which ones I'm missing. Ooh, I just spit. And yes, I did get Hallmark ornaments, and I will be doing a haul on all the ones I got. And I am missing a few. I was actually missing Lumiere, my best friend back in home actually got him for me, and she's sending him for me. She's trying to surprise me, but she's like, I could tell you were panicked, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that I got him. And what else am I missing? I wanted the Precious Moments Belle. Didn't have her, and I wanted a popcorn. It's like a little tiny mini one, and it's a popcorn. I think it's a snowman, and they didn't have that. I'm like, really? That's not what that would have like. I'm shocked that they didn't have that one. It's like $9.95. I was like, that's crazy. And then what was the last one that I wanted? Oh, the Mickey and Minnie in teacups. I wanted that one. And then a bunch of people have asked me if I am going to have a P.O. box here, or if I have one, and I do not have one yet. Not sure I'm gonna get one. They're pretty pricey, and I'm just not quite sure if I'm going to do it. I love getting everyone's mail. Truly, truly love it. But I mean, it is kind of an expense, and I just have to see if it's worth it. Like, I love getting everyone's like cards at Christmas time and sending cards, especially because like no one in real life really seems to send cards anymore. Or I love like those little occasional surprises I get from you guys, like postcards and letters, and you know, there's a few of you that always send me those around the holidays. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do a post office box. I will say, however, our old address has a forwarding on it. So if you really want to send me something, just message me and I'll give you that address, and then you can, it'll forward to me. Just keep in mind it will take a few weeks for it to do it, but it will do it. So that's for letters. I don't think it works for packages. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. I gotta look and see the prices and everything too, because in Hampshire it was really expensive. It was like $63 every 6 months, and I'm just not quite sure I want to pay that. So I think I answered all the videos that I've been, or all the questions that I have been asked lately. If I missed yours, definitely let me know down below, and I will do another one. But I just wanted to say thanks again for all you guys' support. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and thanks for putting up with all the crappy vlogs lately with the quality of my camera. I am so glad to have this camera. I really hope that it looks half as good as it does on the screen finder right now, because it'll just prove to me that I should have gotten this. And you guys can all thank Maureen from Glitter and Groceries for holding my hand and making me finally buy this camera. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.